Hey, what's going on guys, CodeMonkeyKins here. In this video we're going to learn how to download the table from the given HTTP route to the local CSV file using the bare Chrome developer tools console basically. So if you're interested, buckle up and we begin. So the very first thing to consider here, I need to invoke my developer tools, and feel free to adjust the size and the location of the window so it fits your needs basically. And also the method that I'm supposed to be showing just right at the moment assumes that the target page does already have the jQuery module being imported. If it's not, please consider to watch the video. I'll put the link into the description below, where I would be explaining how exactly to actually upload the jQuery to the given page. And in that case you would be able actually to use jQuery in order to work with the data extraction logic. But here again, like, we have this jQuery data tables plugin which has a jQuery as a dependency, so no need to import that because we can work with that directly. And one more thing, if we were to start just directly trying to extract the data from this table element, we will scrape only those available here without handling this pagination. So in order to actually scrape all the data available, we need to make an HTTP request to this particular URL endpoint, freeproxylist.net, in order to basically being able to kind of get the entire data set. So let's actually start. So the very first thing to consider, let's create the fetch method and to just paste the URL in. Well, I can probably make this slightly bit to just slightly increase the font size. So I press the Control key and scroll my mouse to change the font size here. And now I hold Shift to make a new line. So as far as the fetch method is based on promise, which is the JavaScript specific term, let's say, we need to use this .then method to make sure that the HTTP request occurred and we are already working with the response. So the very first thing to consider, well, let me just basically trying to add some commentaries here. So here we need to make HTTP request to freeproxylist.net, copy, paste, and then we want to actually extract HTML text. Okay, and in order to do this, I'm using the short arrow function definition. So the data here is an argument, and what we want to return, we want to return the data.text. Okay, and if we say .then again, and let's say we try to console.log our data, and again assuming that we have our data like so, it would give us the entire HTML source code of the current page. It's not showing everything, but still just as a proof of concept. So from now on we can actually start using our, so just scroll up a bit. From now on we can use jQuery to select data from our table basically. So instead of logging something to console, I would rather say here like so. Okay, I need to parse this data using the jQuery and this like so. Let me just try to add a couple more commentaries here. So parse HTML response with jQuery. Okay, and here we are looking for, so let's find the child element, called table, but I already know that there are quite a few tables on this sort of a site, so we need only the very first one. But in order to make it a selector to work with recursively, we need to enclose this with yet another JQuery selector, this like, and here we can actually say dot find, and now we're looking for all the table row tags, and now we can use the jQuery each method to specify to loop over all the elements. So it takes the function element as an argument, where we'll make use of index just to count them. And here, in order to reference the particular element, we can use this keyword. So let me just try to show you this quickly. So if I say console.log, and let's try to log this and .text. Okay. You see now, like now we did extract all the data, but we don't have any separators. So in order to add them, we need to do the following thing here. So the very first thing to consider would be actually to create a variable. So row string variable here, and here I just create a variable of the type of string, and just this var keyword in order to make it local. Okay, and now actually we can loop over all the table data tags. So here I can say like loop over columns, basically, yeah, this like, and here we can say, so we can try to find this dot find, and we're looking for all the table data tags, right? And dot each again, and the same construct here. So again, like our function taking the index, and yeah, just semicolons are not necessarily needed, but generally it's a good idea to have them within your JavaScript code. Okay, so here we need to print our row, basically, right? But hold on a second. First, or no, we can make this. So now this would be already a table data tag. Okay, so we need to append plus equals to append a comma, right? And row plus equals this, yeah, plus comma this thing. So let's have a look what we got here again. So okay, something gone wrong, sorry guys. Oh, surely I just appended the bare object. Obviously I need to say .text here to actually extract the textual data. Okay, so now you see like we got this comma separated values, which already pretty close to the CSV format, but we need to replace the very last comma with the new line, basically. So let's try to make that as well. So here I would say replace last comma with new line fid. Okay, and here let's say row equals row dot slice, and we want to slice the very last element, and also, so well, let's see if it works. Yeah, now we don't have this comma at the very end, and now let's try to append a new line character. well, basically let's call this simply like slice the last comma, and here we can say append new line fade to the end of each row, this like. So here I can say row plus equals and the new line this like. So let's have a look what we got. Yeah, it doesn't print the new line obviously, but as far as we actually try to store this to some sort of a variable, so CSV output content, let's call this like, and just create the CSV variable. It would be an empty string. Yeah, so here instead of printing this row, we actually want to append, we want to, okay, sorry, just let's put this semicolons, append row to CSV content variable. Okay, so we can say CSV plus equals row, this like, and at the very end I actually want to print what we got there, so let me try say like dot then, and here console dot log, and is this gonna be outside of the loop? Oh, we don't have a loop here. Okay, so I'm not sure, but let's actually try. Okay, so yeah, I got this error during the debugging process, so let me just simply get rid of this. So okay, again something is wrong. Yeah, the bad thing that, to be honest, oh, this is the error. Okay, so maybe it will now work. Okay, yeah, unfortunately we didn't print anything, but yeah, okay, so just get rid of this stuff, and let's try to have a look at CSV. Okay, so here is our CSV data, which is already kind of the format of the format we need to download the file. And now the very last thing to consider here before we actually download this, I want to I want to scrape all these elements here, copy, and just simply add them to the initial CSV variable here. So I want to just paste them right over in here, and okay, it's not yet, so there is much more actually. So how can I, well, let me just try to open this in a new line, in a new tab. It would be a better idea obviously, and I just want to grab all this data, copy, and here just try to create the very first column names just kind of by hand. So last checked, the new line here, and here HTTPS. Okay, just to separate them by the commas. So country, code, port, and IP address. So let's try to run this again, and let's have a look at CSV again. So does it have the column names now? It seems like. I'm just wondering why here we have an extra new line. This is a little bit strange, to be honest, but Well, okay, let's have it this like way for a while, or hold on a sec, I'm just wondering. So what happens if I just, sorry guys, I just want to make sure why. Maybe I don't need this new line here. It does. It seems like to add a new line somewhere. Okay, doesn't matter really. So it's pretty nice. It seems like to be the exact format we need. So now we got our CSV variable containing this sort of a data, and the very last thing to consider is actually trying to download this sort of a file. And in order to do this, we need to make a little trick here. So we need to append the download button, the download link to our target page. So if we just have a look at the elements, and let's have a look at the head element. So here we would be appending some sort of a download link. I'm just trying to find where exactly I can invoke my console within the elements tab. Just hold on guys. Okay, so here is my console here. Okay, and yeah, it's the end of the head tag. So now I need to do the following things. So I'm selecting the head tag, and I want to append a tag, and the download attribute download would be equal to let's call this file proxies.csv. Okay, and I just want to make sure that I don't have proxies.csv from my previous unsuccessful attempt to record this video. Okay, so proxies.csv, and also we need to close this a tag. Okay, so you see like this tag appears, and now we need to make some more manipulations with it. But first we actually need to select this again. So now we're looking for a tag with a download attribute equals to proxies, and we want to create the attribute of hrefs. And for now, let's just provide some test here to make sure that we're referencing the exact object. Well, seems like proxies.csv. I'm sorry, proxies.csv. Okay, so yeah, now we work with this one, and as far as we work with this one, we can now do the following thing. So I need to say like window dot URL dot create object URL, and this object URL would take a new blob as an argument. So I here I say new and blob, blob this like, and now we need to enclose to create a list out of our CSV data, and also specify some parameters here. And I would like to say to specify the type equals to text and CSV, and hit enter. You see, like, and now we did create a link that already allows us to download our file. But if I just click right over here, the file name would be this, like, which is not really that great idea. But let me just try to show you this. You see, like, we did already download this file, but it's not open even with a LibreOffice on my system, but just with a bare text editor. So let's try to get rid of this one. It doesn't specify the extension as well. And now to download this kind of normal way, I need to do the following thing. So I need to extract this download link again, and then specify the very first element, and then I will use not the Java JQuery but the JavaScript bare click method, and here suddenly proxies.csv is being downloaded to my local system, and now it is open with a normal LibreOffice, or in your case this might be Excel or whatever program to actually scrape to watch the CSV like files. And you see, like, we did obtain all the data in the format of a CSV table as a local file being downloaded from the target site. And I'm not sure, but I believe that this sort of an approach has huge opportunities regarding bypassing captchas and some nasty anti-scraping measures like that. I'm still working on this. I'm doing a great research at the moment, and I will be sharing this news with you guys regarding web scraping in Chrome Developer Tools console without any dependencies, without any literally anything but the only Chrome web browser. I guess this would even work in some sort of other browsers as well. So let me know in the commentaries if you did try this, say in Firefox or Internet Explorer, and if it worked. I would be really interested. Also, I would provide source file with some sort of an instructions how exactly to run this sort of a code, so you could make the steps that we've done in this tutorial quite pretty quickly, and just to see that it is actually possible to update this sort of HTML table data to your local CSV file. So this is it from my side, guys. Thanks for watching. Until the next time, and take care.